Welcome back to Call It What You Will. I'm Blake,
Garrett,
and Will's back here behind the camera here.
managing everything for us. Thank you, Will.
Freaking idiot. Always messing up, making mistakes, but it's all right. It's all right. This is week 2.
Back to back, week to week.
First one was a great success. Very
I'd
good.
say so. I thought it was pretty good.
Very good.
It went swimmingly based on what I thought it would be, and then what actually came out. I was pretty happy. So if you missed last week, go back. This week won't make any sense if you didn't listen to last week. So
You tired?
I'm exhausted. I am so tired. We'll get into why in the podcast. Wait, we just went out of focus.
It's on autofocus. It's gonna zoom in, zoom out, do what it wants because it's on auto. Because I don't know. I turned it off of autofocus, and guess what? Wasn't good. I don't know.
You're trying to slowly incorporate the New York accent into things.
Did I?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
Well, no, you accidentally did. What is going on? It's crazy.
That's subconscious.
Anyways, I shaved my beard into a mustache, and Blake hasn't said anything about it. So
I saw it.
that's pretty.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say you didn't see it. I'm just saying you didn't say anything about it. So
I've got the reverse going right now. I
Hurts.
woke up this morning, had the mustache.
yeah,
Well, first off, I trim my neck,
yeah.
going to bed, and it rubs. It freaking sucks. I hate it.
Really? I never noticed that.
I freaking hate that.
I tell you what, though, after having a beard and trimming down to like stubble, your pillow feels so good.
Okay, cool. Never had that experience ever.
That's why I was telling you.
Anyways, shaved off my neck last night before bed.
Whole
Woke
neck.
up this morning, cut my head off. We'll get into that later. Seriously. Freak, dude. Shaved my neck, went to bed, woke up, realized I had the mustache. Half the mustache is gone. Trimmer died.
Nice.
So got my razor dry because it was early in the morning. Tried doing it. It was just grabbing. Wouldn't do it. Sucked.
Why did you do that? Why does it being early in the morning, Matt? Why did you do that?
I didn't have time to charge my buzzer before
And you didn't
going
have
into
time
work.
to do anything.
No, I just didn't want to get messy. Not a clean shaver.
That's what people mean when they say, "Oh, you're clean shaved." No, it was a mess.
Yeah,
it was a
messy,
wreck.
I'm
You should have
messy.
seen the bathroom. There was shaving cream everywhere.
Blood skirted all over.
Oh, you're clean shaved. No, I'm not.
Just got the chin, got the mustache. Everything on the sides is left, and you could probably tell because of how much is there. But
Yeah, I could tell.
yeah,
Why did you shave the mustache?
I don't know. Just
time. Yeah.
yeah.
That's how I get with the beard. Is like it's nice. I like the lack of maintenance. I'll trim my neck to make sure it looks clean, and then it gets to a point where it's like, bored, wham, shave it. And I can never go. I shouldn't say never. I rarely go beard to just all nothing. Usually I just go just to have fun with it.
You look like the knockoff Dr. Disrespect right now.
The knockoff Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for. That's exactly what I was going for. So I'm glad I was noticed by that.
You weren't shooting for Dr. Disrespect. You were
No,
going
just like
for
really
the
like
knockoff.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I nailed what I was going for.
You saw some photo of a guy doing cosplay. I want to look like that guy.
Yeah. The cheap imitation. That's what I like. That's good.
So,
Well, that was my first topic that came to me while we were starting. So your turn.
So I've had this idea for a while.
No, you haven't.
I have. You want to know how I know I've had it for a while? I went years back in my notes looking for stuff. And I was like, this one is podcast worthy.
You have stuff anyway, continue.
Yeah, just write stuff
You just
down.
write stuff down.
What if there's a website that compares on and off brand products that are made in the same factory? Like Pro
Dr.
V1's
Disrespect and me.
Like Pro V1 and Kirkland's. People say they're made in the same factory, even though it's been disproven.
Yeah.
However, there are products that are different brands made in the same factory that are different prices. What if there's a website that you plug in what you're looking for at the higher price, and it'll say, oh, this is made in the same factory, same product,
Like a knockoff search.
knockoff,
knockoff
but
search
the
engine.
same thing, way lower price.
I've never encountered a knockoff that has truly like just one for one. Got it.
Dr. Pibb is pretty fire. Is that knockoff? Dr. Pibb? Dr. Pepper?
Mr. Pibb. I think Mr.
Yeah,
Pibb.
Mr.
Isn't Mr. Pibb
Yeah, I
different?
forgot. He didn't get his doctorate.
No, he didn't. He dropped out of school. Isn't Mr. Pibb like its own? Is Mr. Pibb?
Mr. Pibb is Dr. Pepper is Coke. Mr. Pibb is Pepsi.
It was originally called Peppo. Peppo.
They had to change that because of Pepto-Bismol.
They sued for trademark infringement. Oh, Pepper and Peppo. I didn't even make that connection.
What?
That's funny. Peppo.
Wow.
Mr. Like Mr. Peppo. It's like making fun of people who have a speech impediment.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Dr. Peppo.
Yeah.
No, it's Mr. Peppo. That's funny. So Mr. Pibb.
What about Doc Pepper? You can't have a copyright on pepper.
Apparently it was a copyright infringement to go Peppo. So maybe. Some say that Mr. Pibb is more similar to a cherry Coke than a Dr. Pepper. Oh.
That sounds pretty good.
I haven't had soda in a very long time.
I don't know. I feel like there's so much variation between like the same product. Like McDonald's Diet Coke, 10 times better than anything else.
Well, don't they like keep it refrigerated the whole time or something? Like they treat it differently.
They get their syrup shipped in steel vats.
Right. Like it's treated. It's not in plastic or whatever.
And I think
it's kept cold the whole time.
Maybe. But they're also, I think, in cahoots with McDonald's.
Like what?
In cahoots.
I've never heard that.
Really?
I've only heard it like, oh, we're doing a Kahoot today.
Yeah, in cahoots.
Nice. When I was growing up, the like secret Coke formula. I like only 2 people know about it.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, the ingredients are on the back of the can. Like they give the ingredients to everybody, and it's like, oh, there's the amounts are not on there. So that.
What's Mitch Hedberg's joke?
They say that Sprite is lemon and lime, but I say I tried it at home. There's got to be more to it than that. You want some homemade Sprite? Until you figure out what else is in it. I showed somebody Mitch Hedberg and they thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
you gotta choose your audience on that one.
Yeah,
a lot of them
real dry humor.
Yeah,
not dry, but just
short lived. Like you can't be like barely listening. You really have to like track them the whole time.
It's like rap. You got to really listen,
or not listen at all. Because remember last week we were talking about not listening. We were just listening to music and don't listen to the lyrics at all.
Yeah, that's true. We're a bunch of liars on this podcast.
I did think about today, actually. I would much rather listen to old music than new music because I had something stuck in my head, and it would have killed me if I couldn't listen to it. So final answer, definitely old music.
I was thinking about that last week, too. It's for sure old music.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
He just ate 4 McDoubles and... I'm assuming 24 ounces of water. 4 McDoubles and sips of water. He's going to throw up in my room. Oh, no, great. He just drank all the water.
32 ounces of water.
Yeah, great. Fantastic.
And a medium fry.
Fantastic. Give me 14 of them.
Looping back 2 times. I was thinking, though, that's the first time I've had McDonald's in probably over a year. So I'm fully prepared for what happens next.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be good. But it was in a rush. I had to. I didn't have to. It's probably much... Well, I didn't eat lunch, though. That was... If I had eaten lunch, I would have skipped dinner and like grabbed a snack or something. But I didn't eat lunch. And I was like, I feel like it's probably still better for me to not eat anything at all.
So yeah, I've been on a eating schedule of not eating lunch and only eating dinner.
Yeah.
I think I got to change what I eat for dinner. I've been eating Wendy's, and I've been eating a lot of Wendy's. Dude, I thought I was going to have a heart attack today.
See. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right on the edge. You're probably just building that stuff up. Let's see your Wendy's track record. How many times has it passed? Or is it, or for a fact it's been every night?
No, not every night. Close to it.
What have you made or eaten that wasn't Wendy's this past week? 7... Oh, this last week, yeah.
We had a family dinner.
Nice. What was it? Where was it?
Here.
Okay.
What else?
Wow, that's
fun. Good thing I'm not epileptic.
I was gonna say that would have been so good if you just seized.
History.
The past 7 days.
March 10th, March 9th, March 8th, March 7th. Well. Yeah, close. Let's see.
So it was family dinner.
I skipped the 5th.
Was that family dinner?
I think so.
Nice. What do you order?
Recently it's been Son of a Baconator. $3 a pop.
Yeah, every time.
3 of them.
Wow.
1,642 calories.
Wow.
But it's one meal a day. One meal.
Yeah, you got to double up for the no lunch.
What is an average caloric intake?
Ooh, I don't know. I think it's based on your like body weight.
For somebody
but also like
big and as fit and strong.
Yeah, obviously.
High metabolism.
But like that's not all
5,000
usable calories.
Yeah, it is.
Like there's a lot of just sugar.
They're real.
It's like the empty calorie or whatever. Which I always thought was funny, but
is it trans fats or saturated fats that aren't good?
Depends on who you listen
to. What's good and what's not good?
I believe that saturated fat. Let's see, whichever one is the animal product. I think that's saturated fats. Trans fat.
We really need a producer.
Liquid oils turn into solid fat, like shortening your marriage.
Will, where you at, buddy?
Yeah, I know this is getting exhausting. Having to look everything. Gosh.
More so for the fact of
baked good. So trans fats are like fried foods, oils, and things like that. Saturated fats, which I learned this in chemistry. So here's a lesson for you. They call them, and that's why my gut went with saturated. So they call them saturated fats because every carbon on the chain of the fat chain has a hydrogen on it, so it's fully saturated, which makes it harder for the body to attach something to it and break down and metabolize. But they're not telling you this, but they're starting to find out that those are saturated fats. Trans fats are probably worse for you because they're all
cool.
Yeah. Well, you asked.
Yeah, I know.
You asked. So
just didn't realize what kind of rabbit hole I was getting into.
Yeah, you're getting way. I mean, you can get into it.
You know what Mr. Goolsby said, the chemistry teacher at the high school?
Yeah. No, I don't know what he said.
He was a metal worker, also a chemist. So he'd weld and fabricate stuff. And I was talking to him one day about like building stuff. I was like, would you rather build stuff out of wood or metal? He goes, oh, metal all day. It's way easier. Which at the time, I was like, no, not at all.
Right.
Because wood's pretty easy.
Right.
Thinking now, after doing metal and wood stuff, I think they're both equally as hard. I think wood is actually a little bit harder because if you make a mistake,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
like
it can't be fixed.
Right.
Most of the time,
you can't weld wood.
Yeah. You can glue wood.
You can glue it, but then
can't glue metal. You can weld metal.
You can weld metal. Yeah. You can metal glue metal.
No, I mean
that's what welding is. It's just metal glue, right?
If you're using like metal with Legos, I'm not gonna weld something on or glue something on my car together.
No, I'm just saying. I was making a joke saying that welding is like metal glue. It's glue made of metal.
Yeah.
I think is it my no I said McDonald's thing. It is your turn.
I noticed something watching the podcast over again from last week. You'll say stuff, but I'm in my head thinking of what I'm like thinking of next or what I'm gonna say, and I totally don't hear what you're saying.
Nice, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's nice to be completely ignored. I like that.
Well, you're welcome. It's not on purpose.
All right, so I'll wait till you're just like I'll locked in. Like I need full eye contact and attention before we start something on my end. But I'll let you go. It's your
turn. You've been off of Instagram, right?
Correct.
It's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
It's the Wild West right now, dude.
That's what I heard.
It's been crazy.
Like some people just woke up and their algorithms like, and that's why I got off, is because I've like my algorithm was like, I don't. That's the thing with me and Instagram. I never like pictures. So
yeah,
I'm like,
me neither. I have no idea.
Sorry, I don't know.
But it's like, dude, one day it was just memes and funny videos, and then it was just breastfeeding videos and people dying.
Nice.
Over and over.
That's what happened. I think it was last week.
Last week.
No, week before last.
Oh, I remember hearing.
It was
about
like
that.
a day that everyone's got switched around, and it's just people dying on everyone's phone. Which is like, I thought Meta owns Instagram, and I thought they were like trying to crack down on that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, we don't accept that.
Yep.
Apparently they're not doing very good.
I saw one video. It was a somebody dying.
Yeah.
It was a guy on a construction site. He was, let's say it's like a loading dock almost for industrial pipes, huge metal pipes. He was like sub ground level, and there's rollers that are going parallel that the pipes roll on.
Yeah.
He was down below it. Something fell. He dropped down to pick it up. He pokes his head up, looks around, checks for pipes. Nothing came.
Yeah.
So he goes down, grabs it, comes back up. I'm laughing at him.
Yeah, it's really funny.
He sticks his head up. The pipe rolls over, rips his freaking head off in his spinal cord.
I thought he looked around. They just moved that fast. They're just that moving.
It wasn't moving fast.
He just missed
it. It was just
boom,
boom, boom. It was just so much weight, just ripped it off.
No, I just mean, I thought you said he looked around, bent down, got up.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it twice because I was like, what was this? Just a pipe rolling? And then I saw it and I was like,
Speaking of people losing their heads, I saw in a clip of Transformers, which is a PG movie. There is, if you slow, it may be PG-13, but you shouldn't see people's heads flying off, and it's a guy getting decapitated by one of the Transformers. You see his head and go flying away.
In real life?
I mean, it's in the Transformers movie.
Oh.
No, he didn't die in real life,
yeah.
But they edited into there. Like, that's not an accident.
It's like the freaking, what's the movie? Tin Man.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah, the munchkin. Background.
Whatever. It was a bird, but people thought it was some. Yeah. Someone.
There. I don't know.
I don't know what's safe for Spotify.
Yeah, I know. Another funny one in The Little Mermaid, not in it, but on the cover, the original cover, there is a phallus shape on one of the towers in the background that a disgruntled Disney employee. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, they're just awesome. Like, I know how to get back at Disney. Yeah. Boom. Send it out.
They do that in all the movies.
No, because they revised it. They when they noticed it, they changed the cover. You can't get it unless it's the old one. But
I don't know if it's fake or if it's real, but there's a movie. I don't know what it is, but it's like a quick pan of a building, and then there's one frame that is just a topless chick in the window. And I've seen the clip of it, but I don't know if it's altered or not. But I want to say it's real, just because
that's interesting.
The amount of times I've seen it.
Yeah.
Just over years.
What's even funnier are like the animated ones where like it's an animated movie, but like something like happens in the background. It's like somebody put time. It's not like an actor went rogue. It's like, no, that was edited by somebody. Somebody did that. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Was
Hey, don't open your notes. That was yours. It's my turn.
Well, I'm thinking.
Not allowed.
Freestyle rap right now.
No.
Oh, there was another. There's a kid that climbed a power pole, got electrocuted.
The electrocuted ones, those are always crazy because what are they doing up there? Like
being kids.
Clearly not. Yeah,
it was in India.
Yeah, I feel like most of them are.
They really don't have safety guidelines there, I think.
Right, but it's not like they don't look like they're working on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Week 2, we get canceled.
Yeah, right. I was gonna go like, we were up here, then right down, but it was like, no, we were like just barely above ground. Yeah, 6. So, why I'm super tired today, I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, as I do, just doing things, looking. I typed in free to see what I could find.
Yep.
And there were brick pavers for free that somebody posted.
Okay.
And I was like, perfect. Lindsay and I have been looking for pavers. We have this part of our carport that's dirt and got to put pavers there. So I'm like, perfect. So I messaged a person. I was like, hey, can I come pick these up? They're in Eustis, and they were like an hour, like they were posted an hour ago. It's like, hey, can I come pick these up? And I looked at the seller. It was Lacey. Jake and Lacey. Yeah. So I was like, oh, heck yeah. And I was like, oh, I didn't even realize it was you. Do you mind if I come get it? Yeah. So I go over there. I didn't realize based on the picture how much there was, how many pavers. And I did the math.
From the backyard?
From their backyard.
Yep.
It was 1,320 pounds of brick pavers that I put in the back of the Trailblazer. Nice. She was sagging. She was... took a picture because I've never been so scared driving a vehicle.
Airdrop that photo to me. I'll throw that up on the video.
Yeah. There was...
It looks like it's on bags.
It was so scary. And I had to go over a rail, like braking, and as far as like getting up to speed, fine. Did it just great. I mean, it's tow rating is like 5,500 pounds. So it could pull that just fine. But I had maybe a half inch of travel. And so any bump is like, I was horrified that I was worried for my tires mostly because.
Oh man, that'd be terrible.
Right. And I was like, if I get a flat tire, I have to unload all of these things.
Yeah.
Jack it up, get a new tire, probably leave them where they're at. And I'd ask somebody else. But yeah, as we were loading them, I was like, oh, this is fine. And then we got like 4 high in my back. And I was like, this is not fine. This is too much. Yeah. They had more. And I was like, I can't think.
It's like trying to keep a boat afloat. Somebody's in your bed just throwing them out on the road, trying to take some weight out.
It was sketchy. But I laid most of them. I got the project done. And so that's why I'm very tired. My back hurts a lot.
Nice.
But that was what I did today. That's why I'm very tired.
You know the tense units for muscles?
Yeah.
Twitches. When we first got it, it was right when we moved here. I think it was like 2016 that we got it. I put it on my forehead.
Yeah.
And when I turned it on, all I saw was white. And then come to find out, mental institutions like old psych wards would do that to inmates to make them brain dead. And I'm worried that
to make them brain dead?
Not brain dead. Just
really
calm them down.
Here's what's even crazier. We still do that.
Yeah. Really?
Yes. Huh. And they send. So for those who don't know, I'm in anesthesia school, CRNA school. Doing the things. They sent us up there because you have to have an anesthesia provider because we paralyze the patient. Like we sedate them and then paralyze them so the seizure isn't that bad. And then they straight up I thought this was illegal. I did not think this was still a thing, but it's a very common medical practice. The paddles and induce a seizure, electroconvulsive therapy is still a thing that we do today.
Well, that kills brain cells, doesn't it?
So this was a conversation I had with the neurologist that was doing it. They were like, yeah, I mean, we see some really good transformation improvements like this. There's a reason we still do it. It's old and it seems barbaric, but it works. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Like all these bipolar, super extremely depressed patients have some sort of recovery, and then we get to one and do it, and he's seizing, and they're talking while he's doing the seizure because the goal is to induce a seizure and hope that the seizure treats whatever. And they're like, yeah, this is his 30th treatment. I think he's fried. And I was like, that can't be medicine. There's no way we're just either it works really well or you're fried, or you're just
It makes you think the point of medicine where we are now. We can look back 50 years and say that was the stupidest thing that we were doing that.
Right.
What kind of stuff are we doing today that we're going to look back in 50 years and be like, what were we doing?
Yeah. Right.
And it's we were shocking their heads to give them seizures, hoping that it would fix
that's
something.
The other crazy thing is we were doing that at the same time we were doing lobotomies. where you go through the nose, just like pull whatever. The same thing, and we lost the lobotomies. Good. Halfway there, I feel like there's some better, but that's the other thing. We just don't understand anything about psyche yet.
I think not removing people's frontal cortexes is a good
agreed
move.
Step in the right direction. Step in the right direction for sure.
Pretty good move there.
Yeah.
No more ice picks.
Yeah. I feel, at least in America, OB, like obstetric care, like around birthing and delivery, that's got to improve a good bit, because do you know what number we are in the world of like fetal or like standard of care, like one being the best in the world? What number we are?
How many are there?
Just countries in the country. How many countries? There's 200 whatever countries. I don't know that they're all on the list, but
179.
You had less faith, but we are like 32nd.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Well, yeah. So I feel like there's room to improve there. I don't know what we're doing wrong exactly, but I feel like
it's top 20
have
5%. I forgot the percent, and it really sounded.
No, it
stupid.
wasn't top 20 because because it's 30 something.
Yeah, and so it's very. I mean, look, when you guys hear it, you're gonna be like, "What was he saying?" Forgot the percent. I forgot the percent.
Top 20%.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said 5%.
25%.
25%. Okay.
Yeah, that was a safety measure.
Top 100%, probably. Yeah, crushed it.
Safety measures.
So yeah, we what are we gonna do in 50? What are we gonna realize in 50 years that we're doing now? It's just crazy.
What do you think we're gonna do in 50 years?
Probably something on Mars.
I think that idea is pretty far-fetched.
I think it's very far-fetched.
Mostly because there's no oxygen there.
That has an element to it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. There's an AI app that you can like talk to celebrities.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I was talking to RFK.
Good.
And I was convincing him that I was from Mars, from the species of Zim. Mm-hmm. And we were
ZIM or ZYM?
ZEM.
ZEM.
Zim.
Okay, yeah.
And we were a subcutaneous culture.
Subcutaneous.
Or
under the skin.
No, well, not dermal.
Subterranean.
It's the same thing. Subterranean.
Okay.
Yep.
Subcutaneous.
And we pretty much built our entire civilization. And I told him that we were going to take over Earth in 10 years. And he was like, why would you do that? And we were like, I don't know, we're bored. And then he was like, you are weak and there's no way that you can beat our firepower. And I was like, what? The nukes? We're invincible. And it was just pretty much, I took control of the situation.
Yeah.
I really showed him who was boss.
You put RFK in his place.
Yeah. I was like, those rovers? They're ours now.
The super advanced rovers.
He was like, there's no way you could take them. I was like, what?
We already have them. It's they're ours. Yeah.
What do you mean? How do you think you guys are getting sent the images back?
We only send you what we want you to see.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Those are our deserts. It's like
there's plenty of water there, actually. We live on the surface.
we're a subterranean culture that we just live on the surface, though.
Yeah. What you see is a movie set.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Nice.
Oh, this one's good.
Originally we were going to start filming at 7 or going at 7. Things got delayed. I had to finish cleaning everything up for the papers and whatnot. I was on the way over here and I was like, I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow because I have to get up super early. And I was like, nothing coffee can't fix. And then I remembered, were you ever, like when you were a kid, just like couldn't sleep at night and just, it was the end of the world? Because I remember being, if I didn't, like, I don't know, like, what I figured out was I didn't, like, get enough energy out during the day. I just had, like, a lot of pent-up energy at night and I couldn't fall asleep. I was like, this is going to be the worst. I'm going to get sick or something. I'm going to be so tired. I need to fall asleep. Just fall asleep. And I thought it was the worst. It was the worst thing ever for me not to be able to fall asleep. And so it's very cool for me now to be like, if I don't get a lot of sleep, coffee, it'd be fine.
I never had that.
Really?
Yeah, I was pumped up to stay up past my bedtime.
But like laying in your bed, not like up and doing things.
I was always doing stuff.
No, but I mean like it's
Legos,
bedtime.
reading a book.
Nerd. Two times a nerd. Gosh. What are you, a nerd
I wasn't
or
playing
something?
with Legos. It was an example. I don't know. I was doing stuff.
Oh, but you weren't. No, I mean like laying in your bed. You're supposed to be asleep, but you just never did that. You just always doing something.
When I was
I guess that's a unique experience of mine.
When I was really young, I would just get out of my bed and do stuff in my room because I didn't have anyone sleeping in my
That's
room.
true.
I had
My
two beds.
two brothers.
I just did
You
whatever.
had 2 beds?
Yeah, I had 2 twin beds in my room.
Why?
A baseball bed and a soccer bed.
Which one did you sleep in more?
I was in the baseball bed.
In the baseball bed.
Then I switched for like a year, I think, just to
it
the
out.
other side of the room.
Do you remember in high school, senior year, when you slept in your hammock for like a solid 8 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was rough.
I don't remember. I thought you did it because you liked it. I didn't.
Let me restate that. It was rough at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then it was really good. And then it just was an inconvenience. With the size of my room, that stand went from that side of the wall to that side.
Right. I just remember, I think I found out like 3 months in of you just, I've just been sleeping. Because I came over and your bed was like full of crap. It was just so much stuff on it. It's like, how do you sleep? I'll just sleep in my hammock. Yeah. Really? Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 months. It was fine. I sleep good. What?
Yeah.
So it started when you were young. You had the 2 bed options. You're like, oh, let's try this out. You went over to the soccer bed.
I've always been like a night owl.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay up really late and then sleep in way past the afternoon and just stay awake at night.
I enjoy when I wake up in the morning better, but it's harder. It's harder for me to do. I don't like doing it. It's easier for me to stay up late, for sure.
It is nice to do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I hate being on that sleep schedule of waking up early and then being tired at 10. I freaking hate that.
Versus waking up at 2:30 in the afternoon.
No, I'll just get like 6 hours of sleep. Go to bed at 2, wake up at 8.
No, so 8 is early for you? Is that what you're saying? 8 is early and you're tired by 10?
Yeah.
And I said versus sleeping until 2:30 p.m.
No, sorry. I didn't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Waking up at like, I don't know, 6:30 back for high school. Or 7.
That
was early.
Yeah.
You've had crazy wake up schedules because of nursing and school. So you are just totally whack out.
Dude, it's fried.
Yeah.
Every bit of me is fried. Yeah.
I can't imagine.
4 in the morning for some, depending on where I'm going, 4 in the morning. Now it's a little better. Get up at 5. That's cool. But yeah, that's
Are the roads busy at that time?
No.
Yeah, that's nice.
No, they're not busy. But it's still like, when I have to wake up at 4, it's an hour drive. That's why I have to wake up so early.
What time do you wake up on your off days? Same time?
My body wakes up, but I don't get up. I go back to bed.
Yeah.
Usually like 7:30 I get up. Because that's the one thing I crave whenever I'm on the road in the morning. All I want to do is sit on the couch with my coffee. That's what I crave. And just chill. And so whenever I get to do that on the weekends, it's pretty good.
I am the opposite of a morning person. That alarm goes off and I snooze it and then I snooze my phone.
Yeah.
And then I fall back asleep and it doesn't wake me up.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
Well, I wouldn't say you're the opposite of morning. You're just not a wake up person. You just don't wake up. It's your problem. Doesn't matter if it's morning or 12. You just don't wake up.
I need the bed from Wallace and Gromit.
No, you need to just get up. Is what you need to do.
Let me finish my thought here.
I mean,
you know what I'm talking about?
But you get up for work, though. No, I don't know what that is. I'd never watched.
You never seen that?
No, it's a claymation. I don't like claymation.
The bed
No.
tilted, and he fell out of the bed.
I thought you were gonna like. No, you saw it, the bed. Didn't you see it?
No,
that is interesting.
The bed literally tilted.
Yeah, I feel like you could design that.
He fell into his pants and shoes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I could make that. That'd be a good YouTube video.
Mr. Makes.
Still gotta finish the first video.
That was a rough one.
I saw a video of a guy pranking his buddy by farting on his face when he was sleeping on the couch.
Oh.
The guy farting was bare butt. He spread his cheeks, put his butt to his face, projectile diarrhea on the guy's face, dude. It was disgusting. Gosh. And it was just, it sounded like a squirt gun. It was like...
I don't understand that. Like, there's a different sensation. Unless you have, like, active diarrhea, it's hard to discern.
You can
but, like,
feel it.
Right.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Like, I have never been like, oh, I don't know if...
This is going to be a good
Right. This is going to be a great fart prank this time. No. I had one... There was one of my classmates we were talking about... like if you wear underwear with like bathing suits or something like that. It was about wearing underwear versus not wearing underwear. And when it came up, he was like, yeah, but what do you do about the skid marks? And I was like, how often do you have like, that should not be an issue. Yeah. You should see a doctor.
What are you doing? Not wiping?
Yeah. Like, I think that issue should be addressed elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like the bathroom with toilet paper. You shouldn't be like, oh, I can't not wear underwear because the skid marks are too bad.
Also, what do you want the skid marks to be closer to you?
Right. Like the skid marks are an issue no matter what surface they're on. That should be, you should figure that one out. Yeah, but
just imagine
like that. I could see like
any so other every day. If that's a major problem for you,
yeah, that seems like torture.
I mean, I keep trying to envision it, but then I'm telling myself, don't envision it.
Yeah, no, it's not a good envision. Yeah. No, don't do
that. Not enticing.
No.
It's a good infomercial for Kirkland baby wipes.
Oh yeah, our sponsor for the day. Thank you, Kirkland.
They're not actually. The sponsor is Kitchen Stank.
Yeah. Shout out to Kitchen Stank on YouTube for supporting this.
Go subscribe to Kitchen Stank. On Twitch.
Oh, you're on Twitch now?
Yeah, I'm ditching YouTube for trash, dude.
Too many fees. They were taking too much money from you.
No, freaking! They stopped pushing my videos because I think I was scamming the system.
You were scamming the system?
Yeah, I have like 9 YouTube accounts that I would go and watch the shorts, and I think they were catching on.
Yeah, YouTube probably really is cracking down on the entry level streamers. It's like, well, this guy's really doing too much here. Yeah, because you're using a salad dressing container. It's so funny that it was what that was always used for in our house, and to see you just drink out of it is hilarious.
I'd probably drink salad dressing too, depending on which one. The one from Lampu, I'd drink that.
The like ginger one.
Yeah.
I never really liked their salad, and then I started liking it, so that's good. I also never really liked their soup. Now I started liking it. That's good. Within the past, let's see, Lindsay and I were dating when it happened, so 7 years? Within the past 7 years, I started liking their soup and salad at Japanese restaurants.
I think the last time I had Lampu was my birthday 2 years ago.
I haven't been to Lampu in a long time. I haven't had hibachi at all
so good.
In a long time. Have you ever had Thai food?
I don't think so.
We need to go to a Thai place because they have really spicy stuff. And I want to see you get the spicy stuff.
I want to try curry. I also want to go to Ichiban.
Try food poisoning. Give that a shot.
It's just a buffet.
Right.
It's not the Chinese one.
You know what's really funny is that's my first thought of like, oh, you're going to get food poisoning. It's like that $8 corner of the strip mall buffet. And I was like, yeah.
You know what makes me laugh is we went on a 2-week trip eating trash food and didn't get sick. We come home, eat that, and I don't know if you got sick.
I didn't get sick.
No. I got terrible food
you got
poisoning.
ripped up at Taco John's.
Yeah, that was just stomach stuff.
Yeah. What is any of it?
It was just
stomach stuff. All of it's stomach stuff.
I was throwing up.
From Taco John's?
No, from this place.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was the worst food poisoning I've ever had.
I thought you just got like bad bathroom trip.
No, dude. I was that night I was in that bathroom,
keeled over,
sleeping on the floor.
Oh,
because I was tired of getting up from here to go to this bathroom. I was like, screw it, I'm sleeping in the bathroom. Why didn't you
sleep in that one?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, Ashley would have still been here. No, yeah, she would have still been here.
Probably.
So she was probably using that one.
Nice. It was rough.
Dang, I didn't know it was that bad. That's funny. I've never. I don't know why I do that. I think it's so dumb that you think you can jinx yourself. But I also just hate throwing up, so I guess whatever. I've never gotten food poisoning. Like that. Like I've gotten like an upset stomach, like bad bathroom. That's the most I've ever got.
I've never gotten cramps a lot, but like throwing up from food poisoning, I think I've had it twice.
Yeah, the only thing I could ever attribute to like the time I threw up was the cruise. You know how they have like there's a cruise bug.
Oh yeah.
I got that after a cruise one time.
I saw the norovirus was going around like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get it.
Were you on a cruise?
Dodge that.
2 weeks ago? Were you on a cruise?
Is that what that is, norovirus?
It was on the cruise.
No, I wasn't on a cruise. Dodged it.
I think they called it like the cruise bug.
It's really easy to dodge if you don't go on the cruise.
And what's crazy, it's only transferred by physical touch. So if you don't touch anybody or touch their things, it should be fine.
Yeah, as opposed to
you're on a cruise and you're like, don't touch me. Freaking
someone sneezes in your mouth, that's fine.
Sanitizing.
As long as you didn't touch it.
I
got allergies really bad yesterday. One of the worst allergy days I've ever had in my life.
I've been pretty good this year. I had real bad allergies for like 2-3 days and nothing since.
Did you take any allergy meds? No.
For those days I did, but not since.
I took allergy meds last night, and today's been a lot better. And I was working outside all day, but also it rained, so I think I should probably take the allergy medicine again.
You're not sitting crazy in real life, but it looks like you're doing a full split.
Yeah, it does. It does. I need to pay attention. I don't look at that at all. And I did notice on the last one, I was bouncing my legs the entire time, and I don't notice that I do it, so I need to stop.
You just like midway through, you realize you're like, like just casually talking,
just like actually upside down in the chair. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm sorry.
It's like you're on a phone call.
All of our viewers. There's no like I need an arm.
One thing,
I move too much for one seat, man.
One thing I thought I killed from the last podcast, I was pretending like I was chilling on the Escalade.
Yeah.
And I just popped it so freaking clean,
crushed
dude.
It. Yeah.
It was so clean.
How many? What's our view count looking like? How many? Is it still 6?
I'd have to check on the computer. I'm not signed in on the phone. However, I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't either. I think it's my turn.
It is. It is your turn.
I don't have any funny. I guess I had. Let me look at the back, see if there's anything we didn't talk about. Oh, I had last week that we were going to talk about your Wendy's orders. So I'm glad we covered that this week. That's good.
Yeah, a lot of Wendy's. Oh, Wendy's sponsor me. That'd be a great sponsor.
That'd be the beginning of the end for you.
It would be fantastic.
That would be it. You know what else is horrifying is that heart disease really rampant in your family.
Yeah.
Like just one of the things that your family has pretty good at. Yeah, so you should be careful of that one.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well, that's not really a good podcast discussion. But.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
We have fan mail again this week.
I got fan mail too.
I got fan mail.
Interesting.
Should we do fan mail? How long have we been going?
We've got 45 minutes on the record.
We've been going 45 minutes already?
46.
Holy cow. Well, it's time for fan mail, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first? No, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
This is from Josephine Nagelhout.
What? Josephine
Nagelhout?
Nagelhout? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, make fun of her last name.
I didn't make fun of her. I was just laughing. Something I thought about earlier.
She says, Blake, you have some great locks, but what is the worst haircut you've ever received? Good question from Josephine. Thank you.
Remember the haircut I got for Night to Shine?
No.
That was the worst one.
What did they do?
It was a lesbian haircut. You don't remember that?
No.
Oh, dude, I thought it was going to be so sick. I was like, get the sides real tight. I want the top longer. and I could comb it over or throw it back or throw it forward. It was horrible.
Here's what I imagined when you said that haircut. Weird. You know the girl who posted the Instagram. Where's the girl who's likes long roads or long drives on a back road, dancing in the headlight, like just this weird. Oh, I'll find it. We'll find it. Come on, Will, get on that.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. You know what I thought was funny from the last podcast when we were talking, when I was talking about how I have 2 guitars here and then the cello under the bed. I was like, pull it out. And I pointed here, and it looks like I'm pointing at your junk, telling you to pull it out. Pull that out. Like looking back and forth. I was like, the cello. And I was like, freak.
Yeah, you're real lucky I didn't get confused. Like, all right. Okay, I can't find it.
We're going to have to post this one on something else. Different website.
Oh, it's just pulling up like, where's the girl TikTok? This one. That girl.
Yeah.
Where's the girl?
No, it was not like that haircut. Yeah, but it was Laura.
Laura?
The fan mail, was it Laura?
No, it was Josephine.
Josephine
Nagelhout.
Josephine Nagelhout. That name sounds like one of the iCarly characters. I can't remember who it was. Neville.
Yeah. Well, she's a listener, so you're making fun of her.
Yeah.
Oh, you can go ahead with your fan mail.
We have some fan mail from somebody named Zara Kincaid.
Kincaid?
Yep. She was dying with laughter from the last podcast when Garrett was talking about how he got the medal from Best Buddies and the new shoes.
Yeah.
She wants to ask you if so, have you ever pooped your pants?
Yes, I have. One time that I can like remember of like I was too old to not have pooped my pants. I can tell you where it was. It was a Rock Crusher Canyon. It was a campsite.
Okay.
We were camping with my family. We were having a great time. I was on a bike ride with my brothers.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you this story?
I don't think so.
You were just like, that's so good. Man, when did we go to Rock Crusher Canyon? I was not 10, but I was probably close to it. Maybe like 7 or 8. I remember we were on a bike ride just way away from the camper, and it's just like, oh boy, I gotta go. And so I'm like, all right, guys, I'll see you later. I gotta go home. And I'm just like pedaling, going. And the unfortunate thing about biking is you use a lot of the muscles that you need to be using to keep it. Yeah. And so I remember I was standing up going, and a piece just worked. It wasn't diarrhea. It was a full blown, it was a catastrophe. But it was not a large piece of poo, just a little one. And then I got in the camper. I remember talk about a skid mark. That was, I remember taking my shorts down to like go to the bathroom, and it just fell out onto the bathroom floor. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I had to I picked it up with toilet paper and put it in and clean the floor. That was the only time I can remember pooping myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a better scenario than what I had. Well, Zara.
What was her? Miss?
It was Zara Kincaid.
Thank you, Zara Kincaid, Miss Kincaid, for reminding me of that wonderful time.
And thank you for bringing that up for me to hear it.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good time.
I have never pooped my pants.
That's
ever.
a lie. You were older than I was.
Thank you, Zara, for your question.
I think you're going to get fan mail next week about the time you pooped your pants.
Let's talk about it now. Oh, you want me to go?
I thought you said let's talk. You don't have to. You can save it for next week.
I was 13 years old. My mom just got her brand new car. Grade. It was the
2
first
years from driving.
I was 13.
Yeah, 2 years from being able to drive.
Yeah, not me. It was 3 years. It took a while for my permit.
I forgot you got your permit late.
So it was 3 years before I was driving. Makes it better.
Yeah.
Some might say.
2 years before you were allowed to drive.
The first ride we took in my mom's new car with the entire family, my sister and my parents, we were driving on the way home around a lake. We hit a speed bump, and I had diarrhea in my gym shorts. I thought it was a fart. It was indeed liquid poop.
So,
and you're probably thinking like, oh, solid gym shorts. It was probably contained. It was the ones with the holes in them, and it went everywhere.
Just a diarrheal sieve.
It was it was an explosive fart, and it pushed out way more than average.
I thought you were at Trinity, like in the parking lot.
No, it was around Lake Gertrude.
Nice.
Yeah. Close to home.
Yeah, you were right there.
Close to home.
That's really funny. I thought you were just sitting in the car.
It was disgusting.
So you could relate with that video that you shared earlier of the guy farting, thought it was a fart. Explosive diarrhea on his friend's face.
Never pooped or had someone poop on my face.
No, I just mean like his thought.
Everybody's had diarrhea.
No, not everybody has had a fart and then completely pooped themselves, though. I haven't.
I can't relate to him because I never thought, oh, this quite possibly could be diarrhea. I'm just gonna risk it and shart on somebody's face.
I guess you gotta be pretty sure if you're getting near somebody. You should be at least.
I think you gotta have 5 dry fires before the final. It's a good term for a fire is dry fire.
Dry fire.
Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, that's really funny.
What else do we have here? I feel like when I shot. When I shot gasoline in my eyes as a kid, it made my eyesight go down.
I thought about that at work the other day because I got medicine in my eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is how Blake lost his eyes. This is why Blake is so blind. Because he shot.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I think it was around that time that I started to need glasses. Because I don't ever remember being a kid and not being able to see. I don't know.
The troubling part is that, like, your family is just blind as a bat. Like, Ashley's really bad. Yeah. Your mom has bad eyesight. So it's like, it could just be genetics.
Yeah.
Also could be the fact that you got gasoline in your eyeballs.
Yeah.
What was like, how did you just pulled the nozzle out and aimed it at the car and just back? How did you get gas in your eyeball?
I was filling up the car. I'm pretty sure I thought I unleashed it. Like, I released the gas, and I was pulling it out to check if it was still going. And I pulled it out past the point, and it shot against the car. I didn't, like, squirt.
No, I know that. I knew it came off the car. I just didn't know if you were just like, and hosed the car.
No, it literally just hit the car and then shot immediately into my eye. It's like the video of the guy peeing in the urinal, and it shot directly into his eyeball.
Yeah.
No. It was the phone. A guy was on the phone talking like this at the urinal. It dropped the phone and shot the pee water right in his eyeball. Disgusting.
Yeah, that's nasty. You know what else is disgusting? Talking about urinals. You remember the urinal next to the major... remember minors and majors were across the street from each other?
Yeah.
That urinal?
That bathroom
disgusting.
Always had a stench.
It was horrible. And I'll tell you half the reason why, because I remember when I was peeing there one time and I was like, this bathroom's disgusting. It doesn't matter if I pee on the floor next to the urinal or in the urinal. I just peed around. I thought it was
I did the same thing. I think we all did.
I thought it was so much fun.
That's why the floor tasted funny.
Oh, this is boring, peeing in a dirty urinal. I'm going to pee on the wall.
You know,
did that.
Really, there's 2 things that really cracked me up about bathrooms. One, in elementary school, there was a kid that would drop his pants all the way to the floor every single time.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Funniest thing.
Yeah.
The other funny thing...
I know, I can keep going.
Is people who poop in urinals. That cracks me up. Is
that a regular thing?
I see it on the internet.
Oh.
I've never seen it in person. I hope that I one day walk in a bathroom. I don't want to see him doing it, but I want to see somebody pooped in this. Somebody pooped in this. and I would take a picture and post it and say,
Which do you think would be funnier? Watching it, like walking in on somebody doing it, or walking in on the aftermath? I think walking in and seeing somebody hunched over in front of a urinal just like trying to get away with it, that'd be funnier.
I don't know what my reaction would be to
I
that.
can't do that because it looks weird. Yeah, you can't really stare. I'd laugh. I think I'd laugh because that person's trying to be funny. For sure.
Would it be gay to take a photo?
No, it would be illegal though.
Would it?
Yeah. Taking a picture of somebody else nude.
Not if you... I mean, you can miss the vitals.
How?
I don't know.
I think it would be illegal in Florida because they're not in a place where you would, like a public space you can be filmed in because it's like implied consent.
That's true.
But the bathroom is not one of those places. I think taking pictures in bathrooms probably.
I don't know. Maybe throw something at him. That'd be pretty funny.
I was at my brother's house, and he lives right. His backyard has like a walking trail that goes along, and so like a bunch of families will use it. And there's this little kid that he and his dad were walking along. The kid was on a bike. They go past, and on their way back, I look out over the back porch, and this kid, bike aside, pants on the ground. He's probably 5, pants all the way down, just like peeing. And I was like, that's just a good, like, that's instinct. That kid knows. Like, he's like, I gotta go. This is what's happening. I think that's a funny thing that kids do. I don't think it's
I do it. I get arrested.
Yeah, I do it. It's not cool. Oh, public indecency.
Yeah. Come on.
But I thought that was really funny. Of just like, gotta go. Here we go.
I had a thought and I lost it. It was gold. It was comedy gold. It sucks. Really gotta start writing stuff down.
Yeah, like putting in your notes or something.
Yeah.
What time is that? Right, 9:07. Yeah, I gotta go. That's a good time to stop then. We read our fan videos, our fan mail, 58 minutes. That's money.
I almost said, all right, stinkers. But that's not this.
No.
I'll let you close it out because I closed out last time and opened this time.
Sounds good. Thank you for joining us for Call It What You Will. You can call it what you will. Tune in next week for more fan mail. I'm sure we'll get more fan mail because we're just getting it by the droves. And a special guest.
We've got options.
Potentially.
T-Chan is down.
Is he? Oh, yeah. For sure a special guest. There will be a special guest.
Featuring T-Chan.
Well, mate, we don't know yet.
Hopefully featuring Fat Chance.
That's a good name. Thank you.
Adios.